First at 4, no, Lakeshore Drive is not going away. Some really wild claims on fake Twitter accounts today. How to separate fact from fantasy. Lori Lightfoot, along with CDOT and IDOT, were targeted by fake Twitter accounts announcing the false closure of DuSable Lakeshore Drive.
And this all comes as Twitter CEO Elon Musk is stripping away verified badges, those blue ones, from users who have not signed up to be part of the Twitter Blue program. And here to talk more about this confusion is attorney Daliah Saper, who is also an expert here on social media. Daliah, thank you for being on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so there are a lot of people and companies that are not paying for this new subscription with Twitter Blue. What can they do, first of all, to make sure their accounts are seen by the public as legit?
Well, this is a great question. It's not a novel problem in that there are lots of other platforms where there isn't a readily available verification tool. So accounts just have to be proactive, have alternative ways of confirming what is and isn't legitimate, and usually the number of followers and the nature of the posts would speak for themselves, such that it is readily apparent which one is and is not the correct account. In addition, they can take measures to protect their brand, and there are a variety of ways to proactively take down infringing or confusing versions of your brand on these various platforms. So you may not be able to rely on the check, but you may have to be more proactive and rely on your intellectual property rights or your personal rights to get the bad accounts down.
Now, attorney Saper, we don't know who was behind these accounts, but are there legal consequences for impersonating a government entity, employee, or public figure online? Attorney Saper, are you there?
Okay, it looks like we lost our connection with Daliah Saper. We will hopefully get back to her in a short time to discuss this ongoing confusion. We've got a couple more questions for her, and this is all happening kind of in real time because a lot of those checks disappeared yesterday.
Yeah, they did. Welcome back. We were talking to attorney Daliah Saper about these fake Twitter accounts that have been popping up on social media. We want to pick it back up with this question. Are there legal consequences for impersonating a government entity, employee, or public figure online?
The answer is yes. It is a Class A misdemeanor to falsely represent yourself as a public official or public employee. There are some minor exceptions if the posts or the accounts are obviously parody, obviously satire. But in this instance, if the city wanted to pursue charges, they could, and if they could identify who's behind these accounts, that individual could go to jail for up to 364 days, could be fined upwards of $2,500. And there's some other penalties. So it is a crime, and it is the crime. You know, the penalties are not insignificant.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. All right. So do you think, just as someone who keeps an eye on social media, that there is going to be a backlash to this, perhaps an exodus from Twitter, perhaps enough to prompt Elon Musk to change policies that he's put in place, Daliah?
I don't think so. I think Elon Musk has been announcing that this might happen for quite some time. And if the platform remains to be a relevant place for the exchange of information, and if these accounts do indeed have significant following that would be difficult to amass again on a different platform, they're kind of stuck. Now, they can make a point, and there can be alternative, which there already are, alternative Twitter-like platforms that might be created in response. But I think it's just going to be an adaptation situation. We're going to see maybe additional ways that these takedowns may be effectuated. Certainly, it is already a violation of Twitter's policies to impersonate another organization or another person. And there are tools now that Twitter allows for the quick takedown. But I think they need their revenue, and they're going to continue requiring that subscription fee to get that pretty blue dot.
You're probably right here. All right, Daliah, thank you very much for the perspective. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. My apologies for the technical difficulties.
No problem at all.
It's live TV. It happens. Thank you so much.